Now that UFC signed a deal with Fox, is ESPN going to continue to service the UK, or is Fox or FX going to take that over?
Yeah, good question. Let me even take that a step further. You know, everybody's always asking me about the UK. When are you bringing this and that? And you don't come over here enough and everything else. The thing is about we have to secure the right television deal over here. And if you look at any of the markets that we've been in, we've stayed in this market for a long time. We've dug it out here for a while. We've got to get the right television deal here. And now that we're with Fox, let's see what happens, and we'll see what we can get done.
Also, a small request: Scotland is desperate for an event.
Yeah,
if you can sort this out, we'd very much appreciate it.
I know. I'm working on that too.
Thanks very much.
Sweden might be first, though. I apologize. Fights were awesome tonight, you know, and it always drives me nuts when people talk about a card that hasn't happened yet. You know, this card sucks. None of these fighters up here suck. These were great cards. Joe Silva's the best matchmaker in the business, and you know, these guys came out and performed just like we always do. No matter where we go or what show it is or what guys are on the card, these guys always deliver. You know, when I talk about what we do at the UFC, the promoters, we go out and put on all the bells and whistles, and these guys always deliver. And man, did they deliver tonight. It was an awesome card, and these guys are going to get paid tonight, believe me. I don't know. Right now, Carlos Condit wants to fight. He wants to fight he wants to fight on the same card as GSP and Diaz, so we'll see what happens.
So
Koscheck has been offered.
It would be great.
Could be him and Koscheck. And Condit wanted that fight. So.
Second question: when we'll see UFC in Italy?
In Italy?
Yeah.
Actually had some gentlemen here this evening. I don't know if they're still here, but we had some guys from Italy here checking it out. So hopefully very soon. Hopefully they like what they saw tonight. And
With Michael Bisping fighting Mayan Miller later in the year, how close is he to a title shot, and is there a possibility of that being...
Ask that question again?
With Michael Bisping fighting Mayan Miller later in the year, if he wins that fight, how close is he to a title shot, and is there a possibility of that being in the UK?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like to answer those questions, you know. Here, you got Munoz, you got Bisping. We've got some guys, you got Chael Sonnen, possibly Dan Henderson at 85, so I don't know. We'll see how this whole thing plays out. We've got some fights coming up here first, including Bisping's. We'll see what happens, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, one more question coming from me. You probably know this is coming. With some Strikeforce fighters coming over back to the UFC, what are the possibilities of Paul Daly making a return?
Well, we, you know, the Strikeforce Showtime deal isn't done yet. We'll see what happens with that first, and then, you know, I just have a hard time with what Daly did. You know, and it's not like Daly's been so friendly since that happened either. Plus, he hasn't won. You know, I mean, the guy's got to win some fights. Any guy who loses in the UFC or any of the other, you know, promotions, you lose and you go get some wins somewhere else and come back. So, I'm not a fan, to be honest. You know that.
Just a quick one. I had the chance to speak to Rashad Evans earlier this week, and we were talking about you know, the Ultimate Fighter, the new format, and I was asking him, surely it makes perfect business sense for Sugar Rashad, John Bones, to front the next Ultimate Fighter. I was just wondering what you think about that.
Yeah, the problem with that is, well, it's not like the old one where we'd shoot for 6 weeks and then the thing would be in the can for a while and the fighters couldn't fight. This one leads right up into the fight. It's live. It's a completely different format. But I think that I don't think that Rashad is ready to. I mean, I don't know what he said to you, but I don't think this guy wants to sit on the shelf anymore and coach or do anything like that. I think he's ready to fight Bones Jones. He's still rehabbing that thumb, which he's still having a bit of a problem with. But once that gets ready, I think he's ready to fight Jones. I don't know about coaching. We'll see what happens. And we really haven't talked about coaches for this season yet.